Welcome to this week's G.I. Joe review. Sorry, this video might be coming up, being posted on y'all's notifications twice, but it was based on a technical difficulty, so this video didn't really show up on anybody's YouTube channel that's got to subscribe to my channel. So this is get the second review of Burnout. So, but before we get to Burnout, let's go to our weekly shout outs. First is Back to the Media on the Winchester Walking Mall down at the Old Town Winchester. The address is right there, 41 South Loudon Street in Winchester, VA. That's their website, www.backtothemedia.com, where you can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And of course, as you can see, there's a picture on the side with the video games and systems that you can get. You can also get movies, music, and toys and more from there. And while you're in the Walking Mall, go down a couple other shops to 115 South Loudon Street on the other side of the splash pad. You can go to Time Traveler, and there's his email address, timetravelertoys@gmail.com, where you can actually get comics, toys, collectibles, buy and sell. When you go in and see Charles, he knows me better as Dale for some reason, so go in and let him know that I sent you. And so let's take a look at Burnout's file card. As you see, there it is right there. So it actually was printed on the back of the Dreadknoks 7 pack that he came in. And as you can tell, there's the cardboard side of it. And there's the Cobra logo, as well as the Dreadknoks logo. It says codename Burnout, Dreadnok. Name Walter O. Jones. Birthplace Catskill, New York. Primary weapon is a flamethrower. Combat gear is a shotgun. And the text reads, Burnout is a mechanical genius and could have been an engineer if he hadn't dropped out of a top technical school during freshman orientation. When he's not doing some mechanically destructive job for Sartan, he builds custom motorcycles. He can also assume another person's body language and speech patterns with amazing perfection. And so let's take a look at his accessories. And that's typical of any modern era Joe figure. He comes with the figure stand, upraised Cobra logo right there on top. And like I mentioned in quite a few other Dreadnought videos, it would have looked better if it had the Dreadnought logo instead of the Cobra logo. And Burnout right there on the front. He also comes with his backpack flamethrower, which this little piece is removable, and as well as the gas tank is removable, and it can be put right back in place. But be careful when you get these. Because the tubing that goes from the backpack to the flamethrower is actually very breakable. As you can see, it did break on mine, but I used electrical tape to hold it together. His other accessory is his shotgun, which I think is kind of a bad little pump handle shotgun, but that's my opinion. So let's take a look at Burnout. And here's Burnout. He's got his little wild looking dreadlocks going on. White t-shirt with what looks like either oil, or it could be blood, or it could be rips in his t-shirt all the way around from front to back. If you know what it is, just let me know. Got a tattoo slightly under the sleeve, as you can see. That's like his half tattoo right there. Wears black suspenders all the way up and down, goes in the back, all the way down into the front. And as you see, he's got a wrist bracelet on this wrist with rockets right there. Black gloves on his hands with fingerless tips. On this hand, he's got his little black cloth wrapped around his forearm for when he's holding his blowtorch. At least for a Dreadnought and a Cobra figure, he's keeping safety first. Comes down to where he's wearing black pants. On each leg, he's got these silver patches, look like aluminum pads right there on the side of his legs. Silver knee pads. Comes out with black boots with silver tips at the toes. Let's take a look at the articulation of Burnout. His head does a 360 all the way around. He does have some range of movement for up and down, side to side, all over the place. His arm, if I can get it right, his arm can lift up to about there. His arm can, as soon as I get his head back around, his arm can rotate full 360 degrees, bends at the elbow, swivels at the bicep or elbow, 360. Also rotates at the wrist, 360. And as all modern Aerojoe figures, he does come with the ab crunch feature. Not really going up inside, but he does have good side to side movement with it. T-hook legs, which can split about to there. Can kick out like that about 90 degrees. Double knee joint. He also has the ankle pivot, which is not all the greatest on it, which is the only complaint I got, but he does have the ankle pivot. Ankle can rotate 360. And that's the articulation on Burnout. So let's take a look at Burnout. We're better geared up, ready to, like he's going ready to set up on the shelf. And here we go. Here's Burnout. All set up. Burnout made his first comic appearance in the Spy Troop series and Devil's Due, as well as the IDW series. He has no cartoon appearances in any form of the G.I. Joe cartoon. My thoughts on Burnout, he's a great addition to the Dreadknoks. Even though he does look, instead of looking like he's from New York, he does look like he could possibly pass for a Jamaican. Not trying to be stereotypical, but he could be Jamaican. But, maybe he's Jamaican and was raised in New York. Yeah, you never know. More welcome to this country. Anybody's welcome to this country. But, but I would rank Burnout as a top tier figure just because of the fact of how he was represented in the new form of the media, how he fits in with the Dreadnought team very well. And, but, tune in next week as we begin another theme month, and we are ending Dreadnouks month number 3 here, but we are beginning a new theme month starting next week as we do G.I. Joes with animals, as we start with our favorite G.I. Joe K9 handler, Mutt, with his Rottweiler junkyard. So tune in as we do one of my favorite G.I. Joes from my childhood. Tune in next week. Hope y'all have a good week, and welcome to June.